the free speech movement coming along?
Coming along real good. We're getting close to the next step, and the next step is suing the city. I sent a press release to the alderman.
All right, see you later. We are playing the Sylvies at the end of July. That's right over on Irving Park Road. Keep your eyes peeled.
Press release.
If you want to know what's going on, go to MySpace as usual. MySpace.com/rightwrongly. No W. No W.
And we said to the alderman, change the laws, the peddler's license, to exempt artists from the peddler's license, or we're going to sue.
And my marketing department has informed
they have all received it, but none of them have replied, except one aide. And that aide said that she had handed it to the alderman and no more. And that's probably as much as we expect out of the alderman. So we're on to the next step, to sue the city. And we're putting together 3 artists that will represent all artists. And we will have an action very soon. And then after, when the city arrests me, then we will go through the city process, and when we're finished with the city process, we will enter federal court. So you're hearing it now for the first time ever, first time being announced ever. We're on the road to suing the city this summer, and probably by the end of July, it'll be in the news.
What you talk about, like what you're fighting for?
We're fighting for the right of artists to sell their artwork on the street and in the parks, like this park, around Chicago, and so that we don't have to have a license in order to speak, in order to sell our speech on the street. There shouldn't be a license required, given the fact that we have a First Amendment that protects our speech. Yet the city has the audacity to insist that we have a license. And when you read the license, you find out how they limit our ability to speak, censor us, literally, with a prior restraint of a license. Prior restraint. That's the legal term for limiting our speech before we even get there, before we have a chance to speak. We have to buy a license before we can speak. And then when we buy it, we find out we can't speak anywhere that's important.
So wait, they're restricted to certain areas?
That's right. They have 3 pages of restricted, prohibited districts that nobody can sell anything in. And that is a violation of our First Amendment. The First Amendment case law tells us 3 things. First, that if the city wants to limit our right to speak, they have to have a very good reason. Second, when they write a law, that it has to be a narrow law that restricts our speech the least amount possible. Well, it solves the problem they were trying to solve, the reason for the law. And 3, when they restrict our speech in any way, they have to give us an ample alternative, another place to speak. And that has to be a good place, according to us, the speakers. That's law.
That sounds humane to me.
That's a federal law, and that's a law we should be judged by. But we're not. The city makes broad laws that say you can't sell anywhere in the loop, or that you can't sell in 3 pages of prohibited districts, and those districts are made by business people because they don't want you out there on the street in front of their business. Not because of traffic or the reasons the city uses in court.
Free speech now!
Good luck with all that.
So I appreciate the opportunity to speak like this. Come to the Peace Fest and pass out free patches so people can carry the message home and wear it around during the rest of the year.
Why don't you tell us who you are?
My name is Chris Drew. I'm with the Free Speech Artist Movement and the Uptown Multicultural Arts Center. And I'm representing a number of artists who have already already contributed designs for patches for us to give away wherever it's illegal to sell art.
Man. Cool, Chris. Rock on, man.